In this third editing tutorial, we were going to expand slightly on what we did before. This time, we're going to use in and out markers. You can set in and out markers in the timeline. Double tap and drag to create a selection with an in and an out marker. By pressing the in or out marker, you can move it. We've now selected an area that we would like to edit. We can listen to the cut before we actually create it. If we set our playhead before the selection and press play, the playhead would now play up to the first in point, then jump over the selection and play from the out point.
And that kind of evolved into instrumental sample based.
That sounded fine, but I would like to move the out point so we get a better edit. Let's try to preview that again.
And that kind of evolved into instrumental sample based hip hop kind of music, but
Well, that sounds just fine. Now if I tap on my selection here, I get the editing menu. In this case, I would like to cut. Now we can see the edit has been performed. I can now play back the actual edit.
Instrumental sample based hip hop kind of music, but
What I would like to do now is finish off this little soundbite. So I would like to insert some ambience and cut away the rest of the interview. So the first thing I would like to do is make a break where I want the interview to stop.
music, but
That'll be right here. Tap the playhead, say break. Now the rest of the interview here, I can either delete that or just move it. In this case, I want to move it because I'm looking for a little bit of ambience that I can use right here for finishing off this soundbite. So I long press on the region and move it. Now let's go hunting for a little bit of ambience.
a sitar. Daniel got to learn a whole lot of different instruments. So it's it's pretty. I think that.
So there's either a little bit of ambience right here that we can use, or I could also take this breath here. I think I'll take this breath. I can now tap and drag in the timeline and set my in and out markers. If I want to listen to this selection, I place my playhead within the selection and press play. I'll just trim that slightly. That sounds like a clean breath. If I now tap on my selection, I can say copy. Now let's jump back to where we were editing. Tap on the playhead, say paste to paste it in here, or insert. Insert will push whatever lays after further to the right. Paste will just place the clip directly on top of what we're working on right now. Let's have a listen.
Kind of music, but
A last thing that we can do is we can move this region slightly closer. So I'm going to long press it, move it closer. And now I'm going to create a crossfade by taking the previous region, long holding on the bottom corner, and just dragging that. Now I've created a crossfade. While we're here anyway, I might as well create a fade out, like so. Let's see how that worked.
Random music, but you know,